Guys, welcome to another SaaS landing page teardown. Today we have Notion, which is a product I really like and I use myself. I'm one of their paid customers. This used to be one of my favorite pages before they updated. The problem isn't about the new version, because the new version is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. The problem is that their competitors kind of learn why it was working or not, and they kind of based on how they changed their angles in their own landing pages, the old Notion page wasn't as good anymore in comparison, right? So things are always relative. People are always going to be comparing your product with others. What really matters is that you always win that comparison in their head, right? So if your competitors kind of tweak a few things and it made it their landing page way better and kind of killed off some of the USPs you were talking about, then you want to update it and make it even better. In this case, they didn't make it that much better. They made it a little bit worse. I think they probably had a few problems with talking about all the tools that would replace, showing the logos and stuff like that. Maybe that was one of them. But I think that when you sell like a product like this, that is like an all-in-one tool, and then it is supposed to have like lots of use cases, the way you sell it is you have to address two important things. So one is show as many use cases as possible, because the more tools they think it's going to replace, the more value they see in having everything in one tool, right? That's the dream, is replacing all these different use cases. And they kind of do it right here. So they kind of do it right here. They show, okay, you can have a company page, a roadmap, design documents, a wiki for the engineers, onboarding new people, all these different things. The problem with this is that it's a very tiny section. This is the most important thing that I have to show, right? Is how many tools you can replace, how many use cases can I have, can I truly have everything that I do in my company in just one tool? That is the main objections that people are having right now, especially the bigger companies that would actually pay for this. Because if you look at their pricing, they're adding more and more features for free, so they keep getting the free signups. But that means that you're getting like lots of stuff for free, even getting a collaboration for free. So that means, it's kind of hard to justify the bigger plans, right? If we want to justify the bigger plans, we need to go for the bigger companies. And the bigger companies have lots of processes in place. They already know how to do their documentation. Their engineers have their processes. Their design team has a really good process defined as well. All these different things. So it's really hard to change tools, right? So that's number one, is showing as many use cases as possible. So when I come in, I see, okay, I can actually have everything in one tool. They kind of do it here, but I would show even more examples, right? They're doing it here with company vision, with meeting notes, all these different things. But I would take it a little bit further, even show more use cases for the entire team. So if someone is saying, is telling their marketing team, or they're telling their design team all these things, hey, everyone in the company use this tool, we need to sell everyone on using it. Otherwise, they kind of might disagree using it, and they're not going to sign up, especially the bigger the company, right? So we want to get everyone on board to say, okay, this is the tool that we were looking for. This fits my needs as well. It has to feel it fits everyone's needs. Then the last thing is that we have to address is how easy it is to get started and to switch over from another tool, right? Because the problem with all-in-one tools is like their biggest advantage and their biggest disadvantage, right? So the biggest advantage is to replace a lot of tools, and the biggest disadvantage is you have to migrate from lots of different tools in order to start using it, right? So they do have like lots of templates to get started. That is just one thing, but they don't tell anything about the biggest objection that they will ever have, which is, how do I migrate over from Basecamp or Asana or all these project management tools, or even other tools like Trello and stuff, where they might use this for notes, and all this stuff, right? So that's the main thing, is one, showing a lot more use cases, so every single person in the company thinks this is exactly what we need. It all fit everyone's needs. And then two, more about the templates and migration, because otherwise they're going to think this is really amazing, but let's do it in 6 months, because we definitely don't have time to duplicate all of our processes and add it to Notion, right? It's going to feel like a huge task. And then what's going to happen is they're going to get lots of free signups, a lot of free personal signups where they don't have like lots of projects, but then we don't have as many users as we could have here. And that's where they really make their money, right? So that's about it for the Teardown. If you really like what you've seen here, it seems like, hey, this guy kind of seems like he knows his stuff. Just go to cortez.design/apply, and you can go ahead and book a free introduction call with me. kind of figure out if I can help you or not. 15 minutes, super casual. And then we'll take it from there, and we have a strategy call to figure out, okay, what are the 3-4 tweaks that we can make, to increase your conversions, right? But let's start with that intro call. Go to cortez.design/apply. You can book it there. There's the Calendly link there. Or you can just DM me directly if you have any questions, right? So hope you enjoy this teardown. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully see you on the call soon. Cheers.